Hey guys, it's DC, and welcome to the Soap Sanctuary where all soap lovers are welcome. This is my Days of Our Lives review. Why did you confess? See, you saw the thumbnail, so I think you know how I feel about this storyline already. Guys, I said this in my GH video. For those of you guys who maybe only watch Days, it feels good to be back. I took some time off these past 2 weeks. It's something like I knew I had to take time off. Some legal stuff came up with my business, guys. Yo, I was going through it. I was like, damn, man. I was like, bro, I worked this hard to this point, and now some BS gonna come down. It was a lot I was dealing with, bro, this past 2 weeks, bro. I'm not even gonna tell you, it was a lot. It was a lot. It's all solved now, but yeah. I'm laughing now, but I wasn't laughing last week. What was that? Nah. But yeah, as you guys know, I've been really on this journey of like trying to build my business working independently. So I have, like I said, a part-time job where I make my own hours with that, so that way I can I was able to have some stability as I started this journey 6 months ago, and it's just been going up and up from here. And it still has its challenges from sometimes, difficult clients, different stuff like that. But I wouldn't trade this for the world because it's allowed me a lot of freedom that I like. And I wanted to make sure I did a review today because I was gonna try doing next week, but next week I'm going out of the country. So I'm like, I'm gonna do a review today. You know what I mean? Because one, it would be too much for me to catch up on. I'm like, let me do a review. Because I love talking soaps, too. I love talking soaps. It's funny because these past few weeks, I was really watching a lot of, like, LGBT web reality shows, like Chasing Atlanta and The Circle New York and all this other crap. And I was like, yo, I'm behind on my soaps. Let me catch up on my soaps. Let me catch up on my soaps. You know what I'm saying? Let me catch up on my soaps. All right. Let's get into this Days of Our Lives review. Let's just get right into it, all right? I want to talk about this confession with Lani. I just want to get right into the thumbnail. That's, you know me, I can just get right into the thumbnail from the jump. You know me. And then we're going to talk about everything else afterwards. I personally don't understand Lani's confession because it was self-defense. Like, I don't understand this. Like, he was about to hit Pauline, he turned around, and then you shot him. Even if you had all stuff with Eli in the background, it was self-defense. Everyone at the wedding said that. It's like, what more does Lani need? And then everyone kind of raised their hand like, yeah, we'll keep the secret. And she's like, no, I still have to confess. At that point, I was just kind of like, Lani, I'm kind of over you right now. I honestly, like, so what, you want to go to jail? Is that going to make you happy? Because you might feel good for a little bit, but, you know, when you're eating that little slop and stuff, you're going to change your mind after a while. And you have kids. Like, you're a cop. I'm sure you shot people before, but you shot this guy. He was about to harm your mom. I shot him at cold blood. Like, the writers are trying so hard to drill this storyline as accurate, and even us as viewers, like, okay. I don't know if the actress is leaving the show. I don't know what's going on, but like, this storyline is not working for me. That's not even Big Mama. Big Mama agrees with me. All right. My whole thing is, it's like, it was self-defense. Okay, when JJ shot Theo those years ago, that was shooting an unarmed man. And you know what's crazy? They did that storyline during a time where we were having there was someone in the media that got shot unarmed too. So I was like, yo, it was a perfect coinciding, right? But this thing with Lani, I'm like, he was attacking your mom. Abe had all that barbecue sauce under his head, you know, knocked out cold. So you can let that barbecue sauce all laid on that floor from Abe's head go to waste? Really, Lani? Really? Really? But my thing, I just don't understand the rationale behind this storyline. I don't get it. And it just makes no sense to me. I would understand the psychological trauma of it. And maybe if Lani had a nervous breakdown, that I could better cope with. But her feeling, oh no, I gotta go to jail. I gotta confess. Nah. It just didn't make sense to me. TR Coates deserve that, honestly. If not more. Let's move on to Abigail, guys. Let's just move on to Abigail. What are you guys' thoughts on that storyline? Because honestly, it just makes no sense. It's one of those things where I'm like, are we really doing this in the soap plot? Okay. I could see that if, like, TR was arrested and let go, and then she saw him in the Horton Town Square, and then she shot him in cold blood. That I can understand, but like, he was legit. He committed one crime by attacking Abe and was about to commit another. So I don't understand that part. All right, anyways, let's move on to Abigail. Her death was so well done. I was like, kudos to Days. Kudos to Days. Yes, I'm clapping. Cats don't like loud noises. But I was so happy. Speaking of which, guys, that reminds me. So I'm just gonna tell this quick joke real quick. I always tell my boyfriend that all the time that my cat watches TV. He does not believe me. I told her there's 3 shows she'll watch. I don't know if it's the voices in the show, but she'll come. All right? Anything that's wildlife, 90 Day Fiance, and Days of Our Lives. She will come, sit, and watch. And I was deciding, I think it was last week, something like that, to just watch Days in my room on my laptop. And I went to the bathroom, and I don't know what happened because the pillow was on the back of the bed. I don't know how it got to the front. I didn't move it. Next thing I know, she's watching Days. This is the proof.
You told Abigail that Lucas was the one who kidnapped Sammy.
I did.
Why did you do that?
You watching?
So good to see Bill.
Let's see.
I miss him already.
Yeah, well, he'll be
it up.
back soon.
And when I sent that to my boyfriend, he said, you staged that. And I'm like, really? Like, really, bro? Just give me my credit. I said, I told you. I said, this is the receipts. I told you she watches Days. Because every time, sometimes I'll have the TV in the living room going, and she'll be watching Days. And I'll be on the phone with him. He's like, why is the TV on? I was like, oh, Benji's out there watching Days. And he goes, okay, sure. But anyways, guys, let me move on from that. That's a quick aside. All right, it's a quick aside. But I had to put that out there because I think y'all think I'm crazy when I say that. But I'm telling you, it's the truth. Now we got evidence. Okay, but Abigail's death was so well done. It was giving Death of Maureen Bauer type vibes. Because Abigail is a really well-loved character in all of Days, honestly. And I cried when Chad cried. You could feel his pain. Like, even when he woke up in the DiMera living room. And it was just like, he woke up after just all that grief and pain, exhaustion in him. And he woke up and was like, wow, like, it's real. My wife is not here. Like, I feel depleted. You could feel the depletion that he felt. And then when he had to bring his kids to tell him. And the way EJ was just there for EJ, like, I love you, Chad. I was like, oh my God. It was good. It was good soap. But best part about it is Katie McLean. Listen, Melissa Reeves does her thing, but to me, I like Katie McLean more as Jennifer. I don't know why she gives a character depth to me, but Katie McLean has legit killed any of the roles she's been in, from Dixie Cooney to Rosanna Cabot and As the World Turns. She's killed it. When she started crying with Abigail, I was like, oh my God, Jennifer. It was just such a good death. And even when Gabby came into the DiMera living room, which is like, she gave her condolences. Gabby and Abby have like this Vicky and Dorian Lord type rivalry. We're frenemies. I really don't like you like that, but like, if you died, I'm gonna feel something. I still got that love for you. And she is Ariana's godmother also, by the way. But it was just like, I felt that. I really felt that. I don't know why Abigail's getting killed off. Maybe the actor wants to leave. She got a primetime show going on. I don't know. I've been trying to stay away from spoilers. Speaking of spoilers, I knew she was gonna die weeks before. Because this is the problem with y'all. Alright? And those YouTube spoiler channels. Every time I see them, I click the little 3 dots and says not interested, not interested. Always on some mess. They always on some mess. In fact, it was because of those channels I knew 6 months ago that Bo was coming back. I tried to ignore it. I tried to act like I don't see it. I honestly try to act like I don't see those spoilers. But they keep coming. And I'm like, come on, man. And I saw those spoilers about Abigail's death for honestly weeks. And now there's a spoiler about who possibly killed her. Why do y'all have to do that? Why do you have to hurt my heart with these spoilers? I feel traumatized when I see that. If you or someone you know has been a victim of SOS, soap opera spoilers, please call our hotline below at 1-800-555-4SOS. Your call is completely anonymous. I don't see dead people. I see spoilers. All right, but no more spoilers, guys. No more spoilers, dang it. But you know what? I knew that something was on the horizon for Abigail, even if I didn't know that, because her and Chad were a little too happy. Whenever a couple on a soap is too happy, just know that tragedy is on the way. Just know that tragedy is on the way. Whenever a soap character seems too happy and things are going too well, just know that tragedy is on the way. That's how it is in soaps. Also, I don't think Lucas killed Abigail. That's his niece. Speaking of which, this is another thing I want to talk about. Lucas and Jennifer, they seem so estranged. Okay, I think about how Albert said he's just started watching Days and stuff. So I think about new viewers. I don't think new viewers will even be able to pick up on the fact that they're brother and sister unless explicitly stated in a scene. Because, and I understand that Jennifer's dad, who she was raised with, was like Mike Horton or something like that or whatever. Not Mike Horton, her brother, but somebody else. I can't remember who it was. And she found out that her mom was raped by Bill Horton, which is Lucas' dad and her dad, biologically. But like Lucas and Jennifer seem so estranged, you would not know they're siblings at all. Even for this being a soap opera, they seem so estranged. Like, it's kind of like when my mom watched GH one time with me, it was years ago, and she saw Michael and Morgan in the scene. And she's like, oh, who are they? Are they enemies or something? I was like, oh, they're brothers. And my mom goes, they must be half brothers. I was like, why do you say that? She goes, even though this is a soap opera, it's fake, you can still tell like the borders, but like something is different. And I was like, I was like, okay, that's interesting insight. It's because of how opposite they look. Obviously, Morgan has this really dark hair. Michael has this bright blonde hair. So it just seems such a contrast. But that's my whole thing with Jennifer and Lucas. Jennifer's more close to Hope, which is fine. But okay, Sierra and Sean, they have that kind of rapport. And I don't know if something happened with Jennifer and Lucas to why they're so much estranged like that. But it doesn't make sense to me. Like, I don't know if that's just me. And I've been watching Days since 2007. So I don't know. You guys tell me. I don't know about that. But I don't think he killed Abigail. That's his niece. I don't think he killed her. You know, even in a drunken rage, I don't see Lucas doing that. And I don't think it's Leo either. My suspicion is that it's Sarah Horton, because she was talking about how she's still having these confusion visions. I look for those red herrings on the soaps. I've seen so many murder mysteries and stuff in the soaps. Like, I look for the red herring, who the person has, like, there's little clues laid out that they could have done it, but it's not, the writers don't zoom in too much on that person. So zoom in too much on Gwen and Leo and Lucas, and there might be somebody else that might come along the way. Also is another red herring, but I believe it's Sarah Horton. And not because of what the spoiler pictures have been doing. I don't condone spoilers on this channel. I don't condone them. And EJ's sympathy towards Chad was just really warming to watch, but I wonder, would he feel as warming towards Chad once he finds out that Chad was behind Sammy's kidnapping? Which that's gonna be kind of spicy, because not only Lucas is behind it, but Chad is behind it too. Well, Jan Spears. Has anyone noticed that we haven't seen Jan Spears' baby? Did I miss something? Did I get up to go get a snack in the middle of the scene? Because we have not seen Jan Spears' baby. Has anybody noticed that but me? Like, I'm really wondering, is that being talked about? Do people talk about that? Because even when I watch some of Albert's reviews on Days, which I watched a couple of them, and I read his comment section too sometimes, 'cause I just like to hear the stuff people say on there sometimes. And I'm like, no one's mentioning Jan's baby. Nobody's mentioning Jan's baby. Nobody, like, we haven't seen this baby. Where is this baby at? There's something fishy going on with this baby. There's something very fishy going on with Jan Spears' baby. Because why haven't we seen the baby yet? I don't think we even saw her give birth. Did we see her give birth? I don't know. All these preemptions, man. I don't know, guys. Belle and EJ. Let me talk about Belle and EJ for a second. I love Belle and EJ. I love them. It's funny because at one point in time, EJ and Belle were cousins. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I haven't forgotten what you did, writers. Yeah. Retconning that John is no longer Demira. Yeah, I remember. I hope so, Wedges, but I'm working on it. I'm working on holding so grudges. I'm working on it. I'm working to become a better person. Now, I know Sammy will be mad and that, you know, Belle and EJ are a couple. This is like Sammy versus Carrie version 2A now with Belle, you know, because Sammy versus Carrie was going on for years where they were fighting over Austin. But Austin did not want Sammy. That was the reality.
The happiest day of my life. But Austin and I are getting married. He is not gonna marry you. I mean, all these months that we have spent
All
together.
these months you stole from me and Austin. All these months you have lied and you schemed. We both knew Austin would never love you, but you didn't give a damn. You even used our dying father to hold on to Austin because you are heartless and cruel, Sammy, and you don't care who you hurt as long as you get your way. But this is it, Sammy. You will never hurt Austin ever again.
Hurt him? I have made him very happy, and that is why he is marrying me. I have given him the most precious gift a woman can give a man, a son.
Because there a lot of stuff to keep Sammy around, but it's like, Sammy don't want you, bruh. I'm sorry to say it. She don't want you.
And look, our relationship isn't typical, all right? It's not normal. We love each other now, but you didn't like me. You didn't love me. My mom and I put you on death row, and you tried to take my son away from me forever.
Hey, because you were a drunk.
That's right. I made mistakes in the past, and I'm trying to improve. You gotta do the same thing, all right? You can't be the same selfish, manipulative bitch you've been in the past. You just can't do it anymore.
I can't believe you were saying this.
I'm saying this because I care about you. I'm saying it because I'm asking for a commitment. That means there's got to be some major changes between us.
She don't want you. It's like that episode of The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air when Will's dad says, I gotta go, Will. And then he says, I don't need him. To hell with him. And he says to Uncle Smith, how come you don't want me, man? How come you don't want me, man? It's like with Lucas. How come she don't want me? It's sad because Lucas is a really good guy. He's a really good guy. But now he's stooped down to EJ's level. And it's crazy because EJ done has some crazy stuff to Sammy, but that's what she wants. Sammy, it's crazy because I was watching Another World the other day, and I was watching Another World. For some of you guys are Another World fans, I don't know if you guys remember Cindy and Grant. And this is in the final years of Another World because I'm watching 1998 right now. And Cindy and Grant were toxic. I mean, capital letters. To the point where now I'm on an episode where Grant finds out that Cindy knew all the time that his son with Vicky was truly his biological son, and she kept that from him. And now, when she threatened to expose him, he's like, I'll get you committed to a mental hospital and you'll get a lobotomy, and they'll chop off parts of your brain. I'm like, dude, that is vicious.
It would break my heart. I will use it, every bit of it.
No, you won't.
I am sick of buying your freedom. And unless you play my way, you're going to jail.
One word to the authorities, and you will be painting flower pots, Cynthia. Those who?
Fine. Yeah, fine. Commit me as soon as I talk to them.
Oh, there won't be any talk, Cynthia. One bit of trouble from you, and it'll be out of the straitjacket and onto the lobotomy table. And between the drugs and the electroshock therapy, your brain will be so fried you won't be able to muster a drool.
You wouldn't do that.
Try me. Bye-bye, babe.
That is vicious. I'm like, damn, they soap writing back in the day was something. That is vicious. When you tell your wife, I'll get you a lobotomy, and they'll chop off little pieces of your brain. I was like, dude. Dude. So toxic. But the point I'm trying to make is that Sammy and EJ are super toxic. They're better now, and I love this new EJ. I feel like he brings a softer side to him. Where James Scott kind of had that too over time. But James Scott, EJ was more menacing. Whereas Dan's EJ is a little bit more softer. I do like that. But I was just kind of like, I felt bad for Lucas, honestly. He deserves better. I mean, well, he did arrange to have Sammy kidnapped. So in reality, he ain't shizzle at the moment. But that's why in relationships, you don't want to do too much to try to keep people. If they want to go, let them go. Let them walk. Let them walk. I'm gonna be honest with you. I've been in a relationship now for what, close to 3 years, and I get that. But at the end of the day, I'm also a big proponent of like, don't force somebody to be with you either. Because when it brings about resentment, all those different things, on top of that, it's like, if they don't want you, they don't want you. Wouldn't you want to be with someone who wants you? Imagine when Sammy finds out. But she's also going to find like EJ slept with Belle. So I guess when she finds out both of that, she's just going to leave town again. I love Allison Sweeney. I love her. I love Allison Sweeney. It's about Aiden Paulina's wedding. I was very disappointed by the wedding. I don't know, weddings and stuff just don't do it for me anymore. There's like a few times that have good weddings, like Taraya's wedding, Will and Sonny's wedding. But like, I haven't really seen good weddings on soaps. They're very lackluster for me. I don't know what on that. Very lackluster. Speaking of Juneteenth, I honestly didn't know what Juneteenth was till like 2011. And I love how it's getting its recognition as like a national holiday. I'm like, okay, that's what's up, that's what's up. Apply pressure. There was a Supreme Court decision earlier this week. That was interesting. I'm not sure why that was done, but you know, whatever. Whatever. I'm not gonna get into that. Whatever. I got a feeling something else is also gonna be next right after that Supreme Court thing. I think you guys know what I mean. I'm telling you, they're coming for it next. They're coming for it next. Remember in 2015, they made it the law of the land. I got a feeling that's next on the list for another reversal by the Supreme Court, but we're not gonna go there. We're not gonna go there. But I got a feeling that's gonna be next, which that would be disappointing if they do that as well. But anyways, guys, I think that's my days of review. I think that's everything, right? Did I cover everybody? I didn't cover Chanel and Ali and them. But anyways, guys, that's my days of review. Why did you confess? Tell me, guys, you thought about that. I wanted to do a Y&R review, but it would just be too much. And I was gonna do a Scheme Psalm review too. It's gonna be too much for today. I don't have the time. The editing, the timing, and I'm trying to make like these bacon chicken pepper wrapped jalapeno rolls today. That's gonna be some time. That's gonna be some time. And plus, I need some R&R today. I always need R&R every day, you know. Oh, guys, I can't tell you how glad I am those situations that I was doing last week was over now. I'm so serious. I can't even tell you right now. Like, that was like hard for me to even like think. It was. But then I got to a point I was like, F it. Let the chips fall where they may. When I get really stressed out about something, I'm like, man, I get to a point I'm just like, man, let the chips fall where they may. And then usually they work out my corner. They work out my favor at that point. But anyways, guys, this is my Days of Our Lives review. Why did you confess? And this has been the soap. Oh, one quick thing I want to add about Y&R. This is not Y&R review, but I want to talk about it. The Fantastic Five, that was supposed to be my review for that, which was Elena, Amanda, Devon, Nate, and Amani. They need more screen time. They need more screen time, those five. Because this whole Diane thing, I'm over it. Phyllis doing this stupid stuff with the lobby in the hotel with the glasses, I'm over it. Ash and Victoria, I'm over that too. We too many conversations about that. Adam and Sally having the same conversation the other day, I'm over it. Give those five a storyline. It's like when the Avons came on Bold and Beautiful. They made soap opera gold. They made soap opera gold in the Bold and Beautiful. Just to be gone. Anyways, speaking with your Bold and Beautiful, I'm gonna add a quick theory. Grace is going to end up with Carter. You heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen. It's been the Soap Sanctuary, guys. I'm out. Have a good one. See ya.